Hello and welcome to the show. We are back with Vexler Motorsport, going to be continuing some Motorsport Manager after an exciting Russian Grand Prix. I'm going to go with that. Slightly disappointing. I'd love to have got part. Really annoyingly, I sat back and when I was, editing it and so on, I saw all of the things that I would have done or would have liked to have done differently had I realised everything. And yeah, that was a little bit annoying. But that's kind of part of this game, really, looking back at the race and analysing what I'd done wrong and what hopefully I can do better in the future. And I quite like that about this game. There's so many different options for the ways you can go forward with stuff. What we are going to do, let's go check the mail. What have we got? We want to do some questions. It wasn't the ideal weekend, no, because everything broke on the car's mechanics. We've apparently got to do an interview, so let's go and... it seems that it was a very... I would say it was a testing. It was a little bit disappointing. It was a bit disappointing not to get on the podium, but getting a fourth is still pretty good. So I guess it wasn't his day on Sunday, but yeah, I think he did relatively well. Eighth. It wasn't too bad of a finish, all things considered. Again, we're going to go for sort of middle of the road. I'm okay with. Oh, no, that was it. That was all we needed for that. I mean, we didn't have the greatest of races, but we equally didn't have the worst of races. We can't, of course, do anything yet because the mechanics got to repair the cars. What we are going to do, though, is start working on a new part. Now, our next track, we're going to Munich. Apparently, suspension is very crucial here. Now, suspension we're good with. We can, of course, upgrade it and so on, but what I am going to do, we can't adjust the front wing, spec part, so I'm going to go and continue work on the brakes, because I think we need to bring that back up to a level with the rest of the parts. So, what we are going to do is go deceleration plus 20. Now, here we have some interesting options to go for. So you see where it says risk level. I talked about these, I think, briefly when I showed it off last time. We could go for these. Now, these give us bigger bonuses. However, they also run the risk of a rule infringement, and then you could potentially get your car disqualified. With just only doing it minorly, you can probably get away with it, but I'm not going to. We're going to go over with this one, and fingers crossed that'll work. So performance is going to be a nice boost. Reliability, we're going to have to fix it up with the mechanics. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to build that part. It is 650,000. We're just going to skip a few days. We're going to let them finish the car repairs, which is good news indeed. We got some more. Oh, we got the match telling us that. Sponsors. Who wants to? I've got an offer for over here. Peach Plum wants to sponsor us. Go for it. You're giving us 350,000 a race just for turning up, so I'm okay with that. So these guys are targeting second or above. We're probably not going to end up going for that as a goal at any point anyway, and this is giving us money, so I might as well get 100,000 for free anyway. So I say for free, but yeah, I'll take that because we're not likely to go for that goal. Okay, back to car, because this is important now. So what we saw fail, we saw the brakes fail on the car, so we've got that improving reliability. That suspension is okay. We also saw problems with engine. I'm not sure whose engine that one is. Is that Antonov's engine? No, that'd be Van Annen's engine, who had problems. We had problems with engine and we had problems with gearbox. So basically anything under the starting off point of 75% needs some work. We're not going to be able to get all of these done, I don't think, in time. Yeah, we have to go for that. We have got plenty of days, though, which is helpful. Oh, there's just come a message. Van Annen has the flu. Time remaining 2 weeks. She'll be fine before the next race. Yeah, that's good. What we should probably actually also do, if we haven't done it already, not from there, because I don't know why I've got everyone working on that. I must have moved that slider by accident at some point. I swear I said it over that end. Maybe that's why the parts did not get fixed up in the way I'd hoped they would. So performance work is going to have been finished. We have our new brakes, which is excellent. We've got a couple new sponsor offers for down here. We can have... So, we earn 150,000 a race from them for 6 races. or we get 500,000 now, but that's it. We're going to earn more money over the course with them, so that's what I'm going to do. There's a lot to be thinking about. Brakes. Right, so we have got some new brakes. What we're going to do, we're going to give Antonov the new ones, and Van Allen can have the older brakes. So now we've got to get them. We've got to get them up in terms of reliability. Otherwise, he would probably be better off with them. There's not, well, there is a fair bit of difference in performance, but I think I'd rather have the car slightly less, slightly less performance, and actually know it's going to finish a damn race, because the reliability is the bigger issue, really, for me. We've got to... How is your... didn't really do very much to the engine in time. We've got to go there. We might as well be working... What are the weaker areas that we can work on in terms of performance? I guess we might as well work on gearbox. Again, it's just giving us a little bit of a boost per day. There's no real harm in doing it. Yeah, we've got to get the brakes. We've really got to hope the brakes. So this is not our race. We've got a couple of weeks to go until our race. That was the end of the different championships. We're just going to keep continuing through. It's actually the main World Motorsport Championship here. Rexler took victory in Japan. Not that it really makes a huge amount of difference to anything that we are doing. We could probably go and design a new part as well. We've got the money to be getting on with it, so none of them are going to be done before the next race. And even if they were, we're not going to be able to fit it because they're going to be terrible, terrible parts. Can we have a look? Right, so Italy is going to be round 3. Top speed is important. Brakes we're working on. So let's go and develop an engine for, not Munich, for Italy. That's what we're going to do. Design a new part, engine. So we can go for higher reliability. Ah, that looks good to me. Top speed plus 10, reliability plus 10%. Makes sense to me. Let us go work on that. It's going to be 1.5 million, which is a fairly big investment. But, let's face it, engine, quite an important part of the car. How are we doing here? Only at 45% on that. I want the new brakes. It might end up being better to not run them and save them for Italy. If they're not going to be higher than kind of 70%, it's very risky to run them. So there we go. That is our time. Our time up before the Grand Prix. Let's have it. Oh, that's going to be really close, isn't it? Improved parts. What is it sat at? Oh, 64%. So they're at 79%. They should be good to last the whole race. I can't remember what percentage I sent the car out last time with, if that's going to be... It's risky. I want Antonov to have my nice new brakes. I think we're going to. Also, if I put him on the crappy brakes, he's going to be really angry with me. So we're going to go with it and pray that we don't cook them over the course. I mean, last time, after all, the extra 6 seconds stop, he still came out ahead of Van Allen. So I think it's going to be worth fitting those onto his car. We will go with it. We will go with it. We're going to aim for 8th or above. Again, seems like, I think, a pretty solid plan. They've got decent enough reliability. Again, gearbox may be a small issue. Engine may be a small issue as well. But we'll work on that before we get to Italy. Fingers crossed we can work on that before we get to Italy. Alright, race time it is, or practice time it is first. I think we'll take out our reserve driver. She seemed to do a half-decent job in terms of getting the cars set up. And we were expected to be, the fifth place team. We were expected to be sort of slap bang in the middle, very average in this championship. So I'm not too disheartened with the opening race. I just like to do a little bit better. You never know what the rain might throw up around here. Of course, our car's got great suspension. This is quite a twisty circuit, so having that good suspension shall hopefully do us wonders. Weather forecast looks like it's going to, as far as we can see, going to stay dry, which is nice. What can we do with the setup? Okay, so we need a lot more downforce on the car. Don't really know too much about handling at the moment in time. We're just going to kind of sit it there. kind of stick it in the middle, basically. That looks good to me. And tyres. We will send you out first on the super softs. In actual fact, we can do this when we're in the thing. She doesn't really know what she wants. We're going to give her not quite as much downforce as Antonovo, but yeah, we'll give her a decent amount. We'll go for a little bit more in terms of that, and she wants a lot more understeer. So about there will work, and we'll do. We might do the same thing. Oh, no, we won't quite do the same thing we did last time because she never got a fast lap really. So we'll send her out on super soft as well. We'll just separate them by about two or 3 seconds and let them run around in rich mixtures and so on. And they can all be happy. Right, take as a practice. This should be a good track for us. I think. Possible. I'm not sure it's going to be good enough to take a victory here, but it might be enough to score us at a podium. Good. Well done, Antonova. You've got out ahead of Ja or someone. So we're just going to stick you. Actually, no, we'll stick you on neutral until you get round onto your lap, and then we'll send you out with your soft. I don't know if I said super soft earlier. If I did, my bad. I mean softs. We'll send you out. You might get caught in a little bit of traffic. We shall have to wait and see. Oh, he's got some. So there's these little modifiers that will happen to your driver. Some of them are sort of permanent traits. Some of them are temporary. So like the one where Van Anen had the flu would come up down here. So Antonova, I think these might be permanent ones. He is smart, which means he has extra adaptability and extra feedback, and he has timesheet hero, so he has overall +2. That's pretty good going. Oh crap, he's lost out to. Is it Ja? Yeah, it is Ja. Oh, bloody, bloody Ja is too quick in this championship. Oh, don't get all okay. Now just attack. We'll go attack. Just try and clear him before you start your fast lap, so we can get a good time in practice. Yeah, well, there's a little bit of a bouncy way across the curb. You didn't roll the car, so, you know, it's a plus point. And Santori is got a little bit of traffic, but not too awful. Right, Antonovo's not happy with the gear ratios. We can extend them if needed. I mean, it kind of will be a little bit of a case of see how... Oh, we've got traffic. We've got more traffic. I don't think there's any way to avoid it, really, around here. We should have sent them out on the soft. Of course, this track grip's going to come up. More silly... Say more silly, more just little things that I've not been thinking about quite at the right time. Well, let's hope that we can set nice. Okay, so it is fastest and faster than Ja as well, although judging by our tyre wear, Ja is probably not pushing quite as hard. Centauri is not as quick, in fact, a fair bit down, I think, in terms of times. On they'll probably be set it to push. Well, she's got to go. That would explain things. We are still need more. You were pretty much maxed on downforce, Antonova. I don't know how much more you want on that car. Okay, well, we'll see what do you do lap time wise. A 1:37.6. Ja was a 37. So Antonova was quickest through all of the sectors, but must have been only by the fractionist of margins through each of them to still remain ahead. Centauri comes out in 4th place after that run. However, yeah, on softs, everyone else is on mediums. So, but I wasn't pushing her as hard. Remember that. We weren't pushing as hard. So we'll turn that back down again. Antonovo's not going to be... Well, he's not going to be doing a faster lap this time around. I think we'll also run into traffic slightly. Right, so Centauri is a lot happy with the downforce. So maybe we need... No, well, we don't need slightly less, because Centauri's cool with the... Antonova needed more downforce. I'm getting confused now. We would probably actually bring him... I might have done that a bit too... No, I haven't done that too late. We'll bring him in and we'll make adjustments before we send him out again. We might leave Centauri out for another lap. I'm just kind of curious to see how the lap 2 pace will be on the car. She looks like she's going quicker this time around, which is always good, and she will cross the line with a 42. Okay, so lost time. Lost a lot of time in the final sector. It could just be traffic, let's face it. I don't think everyone's done a lap, so 9th isn't too bad. She can come in. Right, Antonova is not happy at all. There was just nothing good with that car, apparently. I thought he said gear ratios were... No, maybe the other one said gear ratios was good. Optimum balance, 74%. So it's 3/4 optimum balance, and he's still not happy with the damn car. Let's go and give it a bit more oversteer. We will, yeah, kind of go ahead that way with them. He says gear ratios were too short, I think? So we'll give him a bit longer gear ratios, and he wanted a tad more downforce. Let's try it with 19.2. So that's a lot of downforce on this car. He's going to get mugged in the straights, but we'll see if he's happier with it. Tyre choice. I mean, we need to have plenty of tyres, so I can kind of just chuck soft tyres. We're going to do 2 runs in practice. We'll do that. We'll send him out. You go and do that. Gear ratios are just right. Centauri is happy with the car. He's doing his changes. We have, of course, got to make sure... Well, we want to get this stuff here up to as high a level as possible to give us bonuses when it comes to the race. Antonov's on the way out. Still fastest of the session, though, which is always nice. If we can get our Vexilla cars on the front row of... Well, let's say on the front row. On the top of the timesheets in practice. I know that's not necessarily going to be the performance we carry into the race, but it's just a nice thing to have said that I've been able to do with the team. Centauri is not on a particularly good lap. Again, the tyres have probably had it a little bit. And she can come in. We'll see what she's saying about the car. Speed balance is excellent. Everything else is pretty good. So she's really happy with her car. Antonov, not quite so much. Whereabouts is he? Right, we'll tell him to push in a minute. I forgot that when I do this, it's going to freeze time anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Right, so downforce was good for Van. I don't want to fiddle around with the speed balance at all because she's happy. Handling was good, but I don't know which way to make it. So if we... Okay, here's the plan. What we're going to do is, if we make it a little bit more to the understeery side... Oh, I don't really want to piss around with the speed balance too much. So yeah, if we put it a little bit more to the understeery side, then we will just tinker with that back again. Downforce was good. Maybe we'll just try it with a tad... She seems to be happier with a tad less in terms of downforce. Again, we're keeping that there, so we'll send her out with that. Seems good to me. We'll actually send her out on the mediums just for a little bit of look at lap times. 3 laps, yeah, go. Right, Centauri, go and get us some information. I'm hoping that her and Van Allen have similar car preferences, otherwise might not work. Trap is gripping up nicely, so Antonov, go maximum attack, because everyone else has... What's wrong with the downforce? You said you wanted more downforce. I gave you more downforce, and now you're complaining about the more downforce. These racing drivers are fickle. Oh, we're not going to be able to get this lap time either, because we've got a really slow car in front of us. I don't even know who on earth it is. Get out of the way! That's it. That's all gone, isn't it? That's literally... We were on probably to get a faster lap in the session. The track grip's, you know, really going up now. That's utterly wrecked it. Okay. Back all of that off because there's no point. We'll go for another run next time around. Who is it? Who is it that we've got to crash into? It's definitely not you. Let's see if we can actually find... It's not that team. Is it Gerard's team? I think it might be. Who's his teammate? No, it's not her. Oh, no, wait. It might be Simbado? Yes! He is the twat who is blocking my driver on his fast run. God damn it. Now we want to go attack here. We're past. Finally past that twat, and now we can go for hopefully the quickest lap of the session. I mean, we took out a big chunk of life from the tyres, so we're not going to last. So he's not at all happy with the handling of the car. Bugger. Antonov is grumpy. Centauri hasn't really told me anything about the handling in this one, so I don't really know. Downforce is not good, so we're putting it the wrong way with downforce on Centauri's car. We're not having quite as good a recession this time out, I don't think. We got a new personal best. We got a new personal best from Antonov. I guess someone else could have got very... I was about to say we've got a new personal best from Antonov. How did we not get a new fastest first sector when he's the leader? But I suspect somebody else has obviously done a very, very quick first sector. We're very good through the middle sector then, perhaps. Even on old tyres. That was a personal best from him. And then as we round the final corner, run towards the line, are we going to... Yes, we are going to take a new... fastest time to go top of the timesheet. So he's happy with the speed balance but not with downforce, and she is not happy with the handling at all. We will... Did I do that, or did it just do that automatically? I think it's because we're finished, so that just went automatically. He's got some decent setup knowledge. We've got some decent acquired knowledge, I think, from all of that. Yeah, 12th for Santori, perhaps not quite as good as I'd hoped with her. A little bit further down. I know she's not quite as good a driver as Van Anen, but still, I would have liked to see her a little bit higher up the time sheets. Nice to see one of these guys, though, one of our guys at the top. We'll just fast forward time as they are all heading back in. What are you doing, moron? I told you to come in, didn't I? I can't... You said the downforce was wrong. There is no more downforce I can put on the car. Antonov is bloody useless. I swear. I say he's bloody useless and he has gone fastest. He's just not happy with anything. 4.5 seconds down. Not such a good showing from our second car. Unfortunately, Jean and Beauchamp are both behind us. Who was we racing? Valdez we were racing last time, Cavalcanti as well. So I think we're looking in good. We're looking in good stead. Right, to race day. Now we're going to be starting relatively far down the grid with Antonovo. I'm not quite sure where they will start. Come to think of it, but there we go. Right, a 5% performance increase overall is probably what we're going to want to go. Oh, we're going to go for both of these. So increase on soft tyres, overall increase is good, and Van Anen, we will have overall increase. And you see, I swear I had... maybe last time I thought... I think I know what I did last time. I've realised that this is just for medium tyres, so if we stick her on that, it's not just the the harder of the two compounds. So we'll go for that, seeing as we've got the medium tyres available here. Might figured out my mistakes from last time. So he's really unhappy. Okay, they're both kind of unhappy with their setup. When he said he wanted more downforce, but then he said it was also worse, so I don't really know which way to go with stuff. That wasn't good, so we'll bring that back, and then we'll try and bring the gear ratios down a tad. Maybe there-ish. Tinkering around with the car just before we go out to the race, probably not the best thing, but we're going to go for it. We'll start him on the softs and give him a stack of fuel. We've got weather-wise, looks like it's going to be dry. Okay, yeah, I'm happy with that. How long are the soft tyres going to last, do you reckon? 11 laps. I mean, we're not really ever tending to get near that. Maybe we stick 10 laps of fuel in to start with, because I think we're going to kill the tyres before we need fuel. Or we could just run it richer by... I have a full tank, just in case. Just in case it looks like it rains and we need to run the car out long. And for you, speed balance was good. Handling was poor. I don't know what way you want me to go with the handling. I think that way, probably. Let's give you a little bit more neutral. And downforce. Again, I don't really know what you want on that one. We'll go for a bit more downforce, seeing as that was kind of closer to what Antonovo's running, and he was very, very quick. Yeah, that'll do. Right, so Van Anen starting from 13th on the grid. We will keep her with the soft tyres as well. Yeah, because if they can charge through on the early part and maybe make up some places, hopefully get a little bit clear when it comes to pit stops. So if we're gonna run them on higher engine modes to begin with, be a little bit conservative on the tyres, be a little bit aware that we know we're going to chew through tyres. We know we're going to chew through tyres, or we might chew through tyres. Of course, Dreyfus might be difficult to beat actually, because she crashed out in the first race, but was relatively quick. As was Valdez. Valdez was fast, so they might be able to run away at the front quickly. So we've got a lot of traffic to get through with our drivers, and I'm hoping hoping that our good car hit. It's a much better start from Antonovo this time around. We don't go backwards off the line, and not bad start from Van Anen either, as we are going to all pile into... That's an incredible start from Antonov. I think Jarre is coming... No, Beauchamp is coming with us, which is not quite so helpful. Van Anen is going to fire it back down the inside. Van Anen blocked the white and orange on the silver and orange car. I mean, he's kind of worked a little bit. We are up into 12th place with Antonovo right now, which is good going. Van Anen, if you could fire your car at the inside of Beauchamp and slow him down. No, you can't. Look at him go! I called cheats. I called cheats on Beauchamp's car. That's the second time he's done a similar manoeuvre on me. That's ridiculous. We're around the outside. It's a great pass again from Antonovo. He is doing some seriously solid work right now. Van Anen is down to 19th place. I think got a little bit stuck on the outside somewhere. That has cost her dearly. And all the way down to the back of it. She got stuck on the outside, and there's just nothing you can do when you're out there, which is a real A little bit of a real pain. We very nearly got crashed into by who is now 11th place, but we're going to go take that back. It's all a little bit close. Come on, Antonovo. Don't get stuck on the inside. Bloody drivers sometimes, I swear. We're going to be we basically spent the entirety of these opening laps side by side with other cars. I mean, it's good for spectacle, bad for us in terms of speed. It's very, very narrow there. Jarre is through. Bouchon has only made it up to 9th. It's now his turn to get stuck. You've got to cover the inside, you moron. Now you're just getting steam trained by everyone. These drivers, you've got to cover a bit better sometimes. And there's nothing I can do. That's just them. Right, you're back up into 13th. I mean, you've made some positions. You started in 17th, so you've made some positions off the line. But of course, we'll look at the map how far ahead Dreyfus is, and Mello is also going with her pretty decently. Like, I don't know what I can do in terms of that. Yeah, Van Anen just destroys her tyres. So they've both been running. I don't know what the bloody hell is my driver doing? You've just been absolutely annihilated by Cavalcanti through those first corners because you poodled around stuck behind someone and he just soared up the inside. I don't know what Van Anen is doing to her tyres either. They both had exactly the same engine modes for the start of this race. However, Antonovo's on 78%. Van Anen is on 63, so she's chewed her tyres through the opening part of this, and we got stuck on the outside, so we're doing about 2 miles an hour around that corner. All of our excellent handling is being wasted here. We're going to have to start pushing. We're going to have to start pushing harder. I kind of want to take an early pit stop, and I might try with Van Anen, in all honesty. We'll go a few more laps and take an early pit stop and get her on a set of the medium tyres and just run that for a while. It might not be a bad idea. It might not be a bad idea. Get out of the bloody traffic that's going on here because it's slowing you down so much. Because, yeah, you see, Antonovo just can't go anywhere. Well, I think we've got good car speed if we could find a way past. We're just, we're now stuck on the outside. We're going to train our way through here. Yeah, you can go attack because you're going to be coming in a couple of laps. We're going to move up maybe to 11th place again. We kind of really hit a brick wall after a good start. We kind of hit a brick wall. Oh, there we go. We've actually managed to pull off that move on the inside of sweeping past everyone up into 10th. Van Anen up into 11th. Not 11th, sorry, 18th. I wish it was 11th. Yeah, catching up a little bit to the Bumblebee cars ahead. Antonovo. How are your tyres life going? I mean, the tyre temperature is actually relatively cool. I think it's quite a cool day temperature-wise. Yeah, it's actually dropping as well, so you can keep going. You're breaking into 9th place now. That's nice. Yeah, I think we're just going to have to leave him pushing. She's on maximum attack, trying to get a bit of tyre temperature, but we are going to bring her in at the end of this lap and stick her on some mediums. Probably run her on mediums until the end. That's kind of what I am thinking here. We made some position. If we can run her... If we pit earlier than everyone else out around, we might be able to run her in clean air and jump a heap of cars in the pit stops. I think it's a solid strategy. Antonovo is absolutely flying at the moment, actually. Miles quicker than Tang, so he can build a nice gap back there. They can squabble. I probably should have done this earlier. I think we're learning. What happened to Jarre? Jarre has plummeted down to 14. He must have got caught up in all of the traffic and just can't make progress. Whoever the yellow team are in really, really good stead at the moment. Right, so we're going to pit you. We're going to drop you on the mediums, fill you up, and how are parts doing? That's a scary thing that I don't really want to look at. Seem okay for now. Brakes are good. Gearbox is okay. Yeah, sure. We will do that. You don't have enough fuel to finish the race, but we're going to stick you on mediums probably until, not this stop until the end, but we'll probably just have you run mediums until the end. Because that seems like a sensible plan to be doing. Please make sure that you're in a position to get across the... Oh no, we did actually find out last time that if they're stuck on the outside, they can kind of cheat their way through a little bit. So, there we go. Ah, no! Dembella had exactly the same idea as me. Hopefully, we're going to come out... We should be coming out ahead of her, so it shouldn't be a problem. We're going to leave it in neutral for a little bit, just see how tyre wear goes. Keep the engine mode up. Decent enough pit stop, and miles of clear track. In fact, we're miles clear of Dembella. We've got no... worry about blue flags. So, go for it. We are actually catching Bouchon at the moment. He is fallen back slightly. He probably killed his tyres early on. Let's kill his tyres a little bit. We are... you see, we've now got ourselves stuck in this situation of a really slow car ahead of us that I can't find a way past. And I'm just going to lose a heap of time here. In fact, we're going to bring... Do we want to bring him in now? Wait, so he's going to exit... estimated position after pit stop is 17, so we're going to exit behind Gerard. Now, if we can end up sort of... If we end up around here... you can't actually see because I've only got mouse cursor on in recording, so I don't know why I'm pointing at the map. If we can end up in nice clean air, we can probably make the most of it. Which is what I'm going to do, actually. We're going to go, again, top it up completely. Parts are looking alright. Brakes are a little bit of a concern after 7 laps in. But we'll bring him in just to get him out of this battle, because you see how slow we are. We lose just heaps of time. Oh, piss. Okay, pit stop. Pit crew, be good. We cannot afford a cock up. Ah, no! Antonovo for 2 seconds extra, and that's not going to be enough. Oh, Gerard has binned it. Now that's going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons in all of this. Yeah, you did get out ahead of Chu though, so that's all right. Oh, God knows what's going to happen with this now. Oh, bugger. I think everyone up ahead is going to get a free pit stop. So we're going to be like 14th and 15th, or 13th and 15th. I'm trying to remember how it's going to work out now. Oh, that's not good news. That's not good news. We might as well save fuel while we're under safety car, mightn't we? We'll keep a little bit of heat in the temperature, heat in the tyres. We are also going to fast forward now, seeing as there's nothing really that I can do to control stuff and change stuff unless we're going to make pit stops, which we aren't. Oh, damn it, Gerard. Why did you have to crash then? You could have let the pit stops sorted themselves out, and then we would have been okay, because everyone's just come through and got out ahead of us. Oh, we have been utterly, utterly screwed over. We have been utterly destroyed in this race. That was really unfortunate. The early pit stop, while, I mean, Jazz actually leapfrogged us in all of this. We have leapfrogged the, is it Dragon car, I think? Yeah. That's not good. That could not have come out at a worse time for us, really. A couple of laps later, everyone would have had to have pitted and it would have made a difference. But that has completely screwed us over. What are we going to do from here? We're going to end up in 12th. I mean, I guess that's kind of right about where we were. I was hoping, though, to make places from this, so... Yeah, I guess, okay. I mean, it does also help us in that now Dreyfus and Mello are not as far away as they were. Bouchamp is up in 3rd. He has worked this perfectly, and he's on the soft tyres. I'm going to say now I'm fancying Bouchamp to go and take victory here, because he has really worked his way nicely through the field. We're going to be stuck in our similar conundrum as we had before of stuck in traffic. I'm going to learn from my mistake on the opening timeout, and we're just going to go for it. We're going to go for it at the start of this, or restart of this race. Hope that we can make up places and worry about tyre wear later. Yeah, and Van Anen we might take it a little bit more cautious with and see if we can survive longer, maybe even do one less pit stop. That'll put a bit of a big arse around here. We will see how it goes, though. Okay. We're only 9 laps into this race. We've still got 20 to go. I hope you are ready. We're going to get that on sort of ready to go. We're going to stick that on neutral. We'll probably stick it on high for now, because I think tyre wear is still going to be more of a limiting factor than fuel. Maybe not, actually. Not with those... We'll stick that on medium. Maybe not with Van Anen, because her tyre wear is going to be really, really good on these. So Antonovo has got some overtaking to do once more. We could do with him being like Verstappen. If you could have a Verstappen-esque drive, I'd be cool with that. I'd be really cool with that. I don't think we're going to be able to. Don't let Chu past. You had so many issues with him last time out that do not let him. You moron! Why did you let him do that? How on earth is his car suddenly? Oh, he's probably going super aggressive. He's now going to find a way past Zhao. Van Anen is doing very, very well at the moment behind us. I mean, if she can come with us through the field, that would be good news for me. You know, we could get some decent point score. Well, no, she's down, lost a position for being mega slow through that corner. Oh, we just can't find ways through the traffic. Sure, you can push. We're going to stick you on high as well, because we've got to try, and he's going to lose a place to Van Anen if Antonovo is not careful. It's just not working out for me. We get screwed over, stuck on the outside, and then just don't make any progress. And all of my grand schemes of getting in clean air have come completely and utterly unstuck with a safety guard. There are some things with this game that I'm just slightly confused about, and why on earth my driver is so fast in practice. He was so fast in practice, and at the moment he's just cruising his way around and seems to get caught up by everyone. And I could set him more aggressive, and I don't know whether these other cars are. Maybe they are just running ultra aggressive through these earlier stages. But I feel like my tyre wear hasn't been very good anyway, so it's probably not worth it. Maybe it'll come back to us as this thing goes on. Let's hope for. I mean, Zhao hasn't really got very far either. After his absurdly dominant performance in Russia, Zhao in fact, he's now coming under threat. I think we're catching ever so slightly. Let's see how we do this lap around. I think Antonov stabilised a little bit on this one, a 44.1. It is quicker than Dembele, which is at least nice. Come on, throw the car up the inside. Don't sit behind him. Come on, you've got to find a way past, you see, because you're going to back up, and then the other AIs are going to go, ah, yes, we can drive right around you. Whereas my driver just can't seem to... We're just going to get annihilated on the exit there. Not quite. And Van Anen is going to get the par. Okay, so at least Van Anen made the most of that stupid concertina effect going on. Please just find a way to overtake tyre wear. I don't know what on earth Van Anen is doing to her tyres. Like, there was definitely medium tyres that the boost was for. She should be good on them. We've got her on exactly the same thing as Antonova. They were the same before. She just annihilates her tyres. It is incredible how quickly she goes through them. Zhao has actually now got clear and is running very quickly away from everyone. We're back being stuck behind Chu and can't get any progress whatsoever. I'm kind of half tempted again, pit early, try and get on some better tyres and running clean air, because this is just pointless almost, racing around. We are going to maybe get the pass done here. Now close the door, close the door, close the door, you... Oh, he's going to still just about make it, and he's going to back up Chu, so he's all right. Just getting through there. Van Anen has lost, I think, a place in all of that. The yellow cars, the Bumblebee cars, I think are on the move through the field. We've just about got clear. What do we do here? I mean, protecting the tyres I don't think is working on Van Anen. I was hoping to run along, but it's just too slow to be able to make that straight away. And there is such a huge gap going on in the field. This is just pointless at the moment. Like, I'm stuck around here going absolutely nowhere. You know what? We're going to pit you in. We're going to pit you in. We're going to give you as much fuel as you can, and we are just going to go berserk with the car. There's no point. We have lost so much time in that. Yeah, we're going to change strategy because it's just not working. My driver cannot get through the traffic well enough. Now, this is going to drop us out miles back. Probably on a completely rubbish strategy, but I can run in clean air. And when we're losing 3 or 4 seconds a lap stuck in traffic, I think it's worth it. I think it is worth it to just get as far away from any conventional strategies as possible. And we're going to run hard on these tyres. And we're probably going to have to do one more stop for the softs. And I'm going to go for that. I honestly think it's going to be the best plan. If we pit Van Anen now, we'll see. Yeah, we're going to do it with both cars. Bugger it. Why not? Again, we're going to have to do this. So you're going to be battling Antonova up. We're going to fill your fuel. So you're going to come out in 19th. You should be well behind Antonova, so you can both go and run around and not interfere with each other, but run in clean air and stop getting blocked in by everyone fighting. We will see. Well, actually, what will be interesting to see is how fast does Antonova go on these next laps. So, was it 47.6 was Van Anen did on her previous lap. So let's see if I can remember a 47.6. Bloody Zhao, who was stuck in that group, once he broke free, now they are not that far behind. You know, 6th and 7th, and even the lead group aren't too bad there. So let's hope he can run cleanly. So it was a 47. So yeah, they were running a 47.6. We just ran a 43.7. If we can run that for the next couple of laps, not get caught up when 10th, 11th, 12th, and all of them, not like catch the back of that group. I want them to pit before I catch them, so that we will leapfrog everyone in the pits. But I think they're probably only going to go for one more stop. That's probably what they're going to do. Yeah, I don't even know if this is going to work. That it's just not worked here today. It's just not worked out for my team. I think they're just going to run too long. Unless they end up going really slow because they're killing tyres, which is possible. I don't think I can do very much because if I sat in traffic, we're going to just be down the back anyway. So I think we've got to sort of roll the dice, really, with this one. But I think, yeah, we are in a little bit of bother as far as being able to get a good finishing position goes here. Because they're going to swap to mediums and cruise to the end, and we're going to start catching traffic. It was a 40.9 from Antonov, 6 seconds faster than the car ahead. That is huge time, but I need these guys to pit. I really, really need these guys to pit and get out of the way, because if we catch them, which we are going to probably do next lap, oh god, yeah, if they go mediums, they can probably make it to the end on them, can't they? Ah, bugger. How is Van Allen doing? A new personal best first sector is good. Sets a new personal best in the second sector. Well, that's good, Antonov. Good. Some cars are coming into the pits now, so we might just time this right. Yes, 17th is coming in. Good. That is good. However, they are leaving the pits on the medium tyres, and we haven't even leapfrogged them. So, yeah, I think we're screwed, really. I think that, to be fair, I don't even think whichever one we went for we were ever going to stand a chance. It was either going to be finish mediocre mid-pack or take a gamble. I mean, we could have a safety car, or we could have that. Ooh, that's going to spice things up. I wasn't even paying attention to the weather. Now, this could be interesting. If Antonov can keep his tyres alive, we are going to back that off a little bit, and we're going to back her off as well. If you guys can keep your tyres alive and it get wet enough, we might have to go on to intermediates. Ooh, things might be going my way. Things might be coming to us in this race. I mean, that is a big... that is a very, very big if. I don't know, oh yeah, this is a fascinating... This has become all the more fascinating for me. All of a sudden, after, I'll be honest, not being very happy with the start of this race, we are going to... Oh, come on! You can take so much more speed through there, but because there's a car beside you, you freak out and drive like a granny. Ah, yeah, okay. I really like this game. The AI needs some work when they are racing close together, because they just lose like 3 or 4 seconds in a corner. And that is, okay, we've lost 3 seconds because our driver refused to carry speed around the outside of Zhao. Now, I know it wasn't the greatest sort of place with the way that they rejoined the track and so on, but it's just absurd the amount of time they lose because they freak out when there's a car nearby. So that is a little bit of an irritation. I hadn't really noticed it as much until this race. This race has really amplified that to me. It's kind of the way that it's gone with us being stuck in traffic here, that it has come to the foreground. We cannot find a way past Valdez. Admittedly, we were racing Valdez quite a lot last race. We were running close. I did also call it with Chompers up to the front of the grid. Dreyfus and Mello are still doing well, though, up there. We've got to survive another lap or two, I think, and then we might want to go to intermediates. Van Anen is currently comfortable in 11th, relatively clear of 12th. Her tyre wear, she came in a lap later, I think, so it's a little bit better. Yeah, I know you want to come in for inters. You want to come in for inters as well. Do we roll the dice once more? Do we gamble big time? Kind of want Antonov to do another lap, but I also don't want to leave him out too long. When we know we have to stop, no one else has to stop. Okay, we're going to do this. We are... Look, this is going for a full gamble mode, really. We could get away with adding that 5 more laps of fuel in to get us to the end. It will allow us to run a little bit richer mixture through the race. Gearbox might become a concern by the end, but I think it's going to hold out. Right. This is big in terms of risky. Now, I'm not going to pit Van Anen because I'm not sure... Yeah, we'll leave I want her to pit, but I don't want to double stack, and I'm not sure he's going to move before she comes round. No, we would have had to double stack, so we'll leave her out. Oh. This could have been a genius move. by me. And judging by the amount of rain that's going to be falling in this race, I think it might have been. So, after all is said and done, we have ended up in 15th place from our pit stop. Bichamp is just going faster than everybody. Now we're going to fall to 16th because our driver is a twat. Van Anen is up into 10th, but will have to pit very, very shortly. Let's just go attack on the way into the pit. I keep forgetting to do that. It's something that I probably should be doing with these. We'll short fill her. We'll do one extra one. We're going to come out 18th. That's going to leave us in a lovely, lovely gap. Her parts are good. Okay, and then she can just run. Again, she can run richer towards the end, which I think... I don't know whether it's better to go for that. Bichamp has done a 39.3. So, I mean, when we were running in clean air, we had good pace, because we weren't that far off that sort of lap time, but we just haven't been able to run in clean air. And unfortunately, Antonovo couldn't get past whichever one of the cars was at the front of this group and get a little bit of a gap, and is now stuck in traffic. And is going to be screwed, basically. They are going to probably have to pit, because this is a lot of rain coming down right now, and we have got the best car here. We're going to sweep around the outside of the final corner. We got something. Van Anen is coming out of the pits now. Come on, go for it. Otherwise, you're just going to get swallowed up by the entire pack. Yep, you are. See? I am on the verge of firing Antonovo for his absolutely granny approach to taking corners and taking corner speed. This is just ridiculous. It is wet. We are the only car on intermediates, and Antonovo is driving like a twat. He is just not putting up a fight, and then immediately, as soon as there's a car in front of him, panicking. The only thing that I have going for me is I'm pretty sure someone is they're going to have to pit, because I don't think you're going to be driving cars on... Yeah, 7th is in, or now Dreyfus is in. But we've lost so much time in this group. We have lost so much time stuck in this group. And in fact, I think we've actually killed these tyres. We might have come in a lap too soon, because I think we've killed these trying to get our way. Oh, we are just being destroyed here. Oh, I thought, the race was coming to us. Oh, what's going on there? Really? Yeah, I mean, I'm literally on the verge of just giving up now, because that is a pile of crap. What the hell was that about? I mean, our tyres are gone. Van Anen is in a good position, I think, but our tyres are destroyed on Antonovo's car. I think we came a lap too soon with him, and then when we came out again, we just got screwed over massively by all of that traffic. I mean, Van Anen is doing well here. She's going to run around the outside up to 13th now, and I don't know who else is going to come in. Dreyfus is also on inters and coming with us, I think. We're just still on maximum attack here, which we probably shouldn't be, because we don't want to kill those tyres. If we have a look at Dreyfus, I think we can tell there. Okay, so Dreyfus is really going for it at the moment, but has got fresh tyres and will be able to go for it till the end. If we lose out to Dreyfus, I'm okay, because I wasn't expecting to be really competing. I think we're going to just sort of have to try and pick up places. If we can keep her behind, though, that'll be good. Antonovo, I think we've stabilised his tyre wear a little bit now, and I think we're still going to be a bit too low on that. I can't tell him to push anymore, because otherwise I think we're just going to cook them before the end of the race. And, I mean, our race has just been killed by really bad decisions from him, and the way that he's acted to stuff going on. There's a lot of cars piling in the pits now, but we've lost just so much time stuck in this traffic. Van Anen is going to move up to 13th place. I think everyone not on inters is going to have to be coming in. We're going to work our way up into 10th. I mean, Dreyfus is long gone. Up ahead, kind of as expected. I think we might be able to still... 10th is still not a bad finish. I think we're going to struggle with Antonovo in these closing stages to hold on with that car. He's going to finish with a very poorly car. In fact, with a very poorly everything, really. Parts-wise, he's going to finish with bad tyres once more. Bichamp is in for inters, but he's going to come out way clear. we could do with mechanical failures befalling quite a few cars ahead of us, I think, if we're going to make up any more. I know, your gearbox isn't particularly pretty at the moment, but you're going to have to deal with it, really. I'm not calling you in with these laps to go. Your car is not anywhere near as bad a condition as it was last time, so you're going to have to go for it. I don't know what he's done to his front wing. Probably bumped something somewhere around here. Yeah, I mean, maybe tyre temperatures are low. I mean, you could push, but I don't even know if you're going to make it to the end as it is. So, no, basically. If you start pushing that car, I think you're just going to break the tyres. Dreyfus still blinking away with a little exclamation mark. Van Anen, if you could get a nice overtake, just get round her quickly, that would be good. I mean, she has burnt up her tyres, I think, in trying to get past me. Yeah, she's had to back it off. I think she's running out of fuel. I should just keep an eye on my fuel just to make sure that we aren't going to be running out. We've got excess fuel still at the moment, which is nice. How is it looking up at the front? I don't think anything is looking particularly suspicious with these cars, sadly. They're all seeming to be going quite well, and they've got nice tyres. They've put new tyres on very, very recently, so they should be good. Jar is all the way up into third place. Zambado has got some mechanical gremlins, but will probably make it to the end. Beauchamp is so far ahead. He had a really good start and has worked his way through the order quite nicely. We are... every time. That's a lap down car that has just cost Van Anen God knows how many seconds. I mean, she was, you know, right there ready to attack for 9th and has now fallen all the way back to Antonovo's car just because of that one bloody car coming out of the pits. Right, we've got to really, really conserve tyres now on him. I think we're going to probably have to conserve a little bit on both of them. So we're going to be running that really close. We've got 3 laps remaining, but they're only at 40 and 30%. So they've really got to be doing less than 10% sort of tyre wear. No. This has not gone well. This has really not gone particularly well. I'm actually going to stick this on a little bit faster speed because at this stage now there is really nothing that I can do until the end of the race. They're setting... I mean, Van Anen was a little bit quicker again that time around. They're setting similar lap times. There's no reason to let Antonovo through, as I don't think he's going to be able to make up any time on the cars ahead. And I don't think we're going to be able to catch Dreyfus unless something breaks in someone's car. We are clear of 12th. 12th is a long way back, so unless our car's tyres really fall off, then we should make it. Yeah, I think conserving was probably a good idea at the rate that they were doing. With 2 laps to go, and I think they did about 5% tyre wear that time around, doing 45s. Dreyfus was about the same speed, so unless our car breaks down, we can't really do anything. Unless our car breaks down or runs out of fuel or something awful. So we have, I guess we could actually, because we're on to the final lap now, let's just go and put these into super Bernie mode. Because I don't know if that adds tyre wear by doing that, but I think we might as well do it in the hope that we can maybe squeak a few seconds out of the car. We're just a 10th or 2 down on Dreyfus again last time out. We got a little bit quicker this lap around. We will put the speed back down again as we're coming up towards the finish now. Yeah, why not just go attack for these final couple of corners? Because you are, we'll keep you on neutral just so you don't crash on the end. We'll go aggressive just in case Dreyfus runs out of fuel or does something unfortunate towards the end of the race. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, all a good finish up there for them. I would have liked to have been part of that battle. I feel like I could have been, had things gone a little... Had we not been so massively screwed over in multiple places on that race, I feel like we could have done, should have done a lot better. Just every bit of bad luck that could go our way did. Wow, Antonov nearly ran out of fuel. I wasn't quite expecting to cut it that close, but yeah, our final lap, we caught like 3 seconds on Dreyfus by pushing that bit more. It's a little bit too late. I feel if I'd done it any sooner though, we would have probably, we would have struggled to finish, seeing as how bad his tyres are. So, much like with real racing, sometimes things do not go your way, and Munich, it was a great performance in practice. Things were looking up. We had an odd strategy. We had a weird call that I had to kind of make that didn't quite work out. A bad safety car. Inter's almost settled. The rain almost saved us, but some highly questionable driving from Antonovo is cost us big time. I think here. I really do think. I mean, we came out ahead of Zhao, I think, at one point. So if we'd actually been able to overtake, we could have been up in, I think, in the top group. I think we could have been in the top 6. Sadly, it wasn't enough to get our nice big bonus either, so this is going to cost us in terms of money as well. I guess maybe a couple of cars up ahead could fail scrutineering. We shouldn't, but I don't know if... Valdez did. Been demoted 2 places, and Santa Ana was being demoted, but doesn't really matter because they were well down. So we got 9th, I guess. Yeah. Not a great day at the office. I will be honest in this one. Okay, so we're 6th and 8th in the Drivers' Championship. In the Teams' Championship, we only fall to 3rd. Surprisingly, we only fall to 3rd in that. I'm actually not too far off Silver Racing. Okay, I was expecting a lot worse news from that. It was a... Yeah, it was very much one of those races. If it could go wrong, it did. But we shall pick ourselves up, and hopefully, next time out, things will go a little bit smoother. However, that is going to be it for this video, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and until next time, goodbye.